Let's go back. It's Dynasty Primetime. It's the playoff edition, man. And you know I got my co-host. I got my man, Matty Ice. What's good, Matt?
Andre, what's up?
I also got my other co-host. I got the champ. I got KP.
What up, what up, what up?
Hey, and I got another special guest. I got the co-commission. I got my man SJ. What's good, SJ?
What's good? What's good, fellas?
Hey, man, this season for real went by real fast. We was in the Super Bowl, lost by a point, and had a bad taste in my mouth, so we got off to a slow start. I think we were 1-4, 1-5. A lot of people in the NFC was getting excited. Oh, we got a chance. Not so much. Because we back. We got into the season, and we started putting some wins together. But look, this is going to be the playoff edition, man. This is the playoff preview. We're going to go ahead and go over both conferences, man. SJ, what happened, man? What happened with your season?
Man, I had a rough fast season, man. I don't think I lost a game. What was my record? 7-9. 7 losses was by 7 points or less. 5 of those 7 losses were on the final play. 5 of the 7 were on the final drive. 4 of the 5 was on the final play. That's a terrible fucking season right there. But you know, we not far away, but we just got to retool a little bit, and we'll be all right.
And you snuck one, man. Reggie Kelly got behind your defense. I thought I had a game winner. And then Madden comes back and hit me with the Madden bullshit. Give him a personal pass interference penalty with 3 people. He's not catching that ball, man. Why are you giving this man a pass interference penalty with like nothing left on the clock?
But that's how my games. Every game really kind of been like that, and that one was, I was on the winning side of it. But man, it was a crazy season. I'm glad I pulled that one out because it would have been hard for me to dispute any tanking claims after that, because there was a terrible defense that I was in. I think I was in a base man defense, and I was going to audible.
Safety came down, and when I seen him come down,
yeah.
Oh, Kelly got him. Let's go back, throw it out, and I'm rookie quarterback.
I was going to play like an audible, like cover 3 or something like that. I was trying to trick you into thinking I was in that, and you ended up hiking the ball before I adjusted. So it was crazy. He got back there. Oh my God! And that was the only time I think I gave up a big play all game, I believe. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Hey, that kid Reggie Kelly's a big play waiting to happen. That's your style of receiver, man. That's your type of guy. I
don't know how he slipped past me, but yeah, my number one issue was the stubbornness to bench Brady, but it was a rough season for him, rough season for me, but I think Jimmy Garoppolo will be better next season, so I should be fine.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get into this breakdown, because we got the champ on and we got Matt. We're gonna jump on the AFC first though. Looking at the AFC, it looks like all of the seeds are pretty much taken care of except for this last spot. Now, if the Dolphins win the division. And if the Jets need the Dolphins to lose and for him to beat his game, and he'll end up winning the division. Who y'all think gonna take that division? You think the Dolphins gonna end up winning that last game, KP? Let me tell you, see who you pick, man.
I gotta go with Dolphins, man. Like I just don't see a playoff without him being there. And it would suck for whoever got to play him in the first round too, because he might start hitting his groove, or maybe the books are starting to fail.
He played Darkness in the Raiders.
He played the Raiders.
Well, I'm gonna have to go ahead and put him in the playoffs.
Darkness have a rough year this year, man. So, having said that, right. I'm going to go ahead and I was trying to put a nail in the Dolphins' coffin last advance by putting the smackdown on them. But that was a vengeance for that fucking bullshit Super Bowl interception they gave, which was, I'm still pissed at that. The man he climbed over Jordan Reed's back. I've never seen that animation in this game, but it was crazy. But we had to smack him around. I was trying to end the season, but he'll get in because he got the Raiders. SJ played the Dolphins plenty of times. So you think the Dolphins going to beat the Raiders, right?
You can get beat in this league any given day.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't, go into the game prepared. However, knowing the Raiders, knowing Darkness, knowing Dolphins, knowing tight work, how they play, I don't see the Dolphins losing. Can the Raiders beat them? Yeah, but just knowing both users how they roll, I would be shocked if the Raiders pulled it out, even though they're at home. I'll be shocked.
Now the Raiders can win though. He can definitely win that game.
He would have
I think last Madden. Remember he played hot tub, and I thought for sure he had a victory, and then it was some bullshit happening at the end of the game. So he's definitely capable of winning the game.
Yeah, he's definitely capable. It's actually real simple. If he doesn't turn the ball over, he can win. If he doesn't turn the ball over, he can win. But the Dolphins kind of prey on you to make a mistake or a turnover for them to capitalize. So if he plays mistake-free football, doesn't turn the ball over, he has a shot to win. But that's kind of highly unlikely. And I think he's dealing with a few injuries too. Derek Carr, I know, was out for a while, so
I think he's back.
We'll see, but he's back. All right, but
yeah.
I mean, even then, I mean, he's like throwing picks left and right. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
That's the difference. That's the difference maker between like the bottom tier users. I'm not calling Darkness that, but between the mid tier, it's the turnovers. They be talking about. I remember Madden 17. They was talking about holding triangle. 99% of the time, they be throwing it right to the player you be using, just to keep it real, and that's their problem. If they just settle down the turnovers, I think that Darkness or anybody could just have a even playing field. Especially
this year. You're right, because if you throw a wild pass, it's more likely to be a pick six than anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you really gotta protect that ball when you think about throwing that rock.
Definitely, yeah.
All right, so let's look at the Jets matchup, because if the Jets win, they'll get that final wild card spot, the 6th spot. So that's what they're playing for. They got skill trade in the Ravens. They going to Baltimore. Who you got win that game, SJ? That's your division mate.
Again, you're killing me right now, man. All those silly losses I got, I could have won a division easily this year. Yeah. But the Jets. Again, I played him a couple times, and just knowing the things that he does or knows how to do, and just like Darkness, the Ravens, I'm sure doesn't know how to do certain things. So it's a matter of just the knowledge level of the game and how to play it is far superior for the Ravens and for the Ravens to overcome. So. The Jets and Dolphins will probably win this week easily.
Do you agree with that, KP?
Absolutely. The Ravens' offense struggles just as much as my offense, but his defense does not support him. So I cannot see them coming out with victory.
The Ravens. He's a 25-year, however many years Madden's been out. He's a vet. He knows how to play. He's played college football. However, he doesn't know how to strafe backwards and don't get juked and all that bullshit. So he's not, when he's playing a user like that, he's not gonna have a fair chance to win, because just the silly shit to kind of
the Madden game mechanics is
he doesn't want to know it. He doesn't know it. So, yeah, he's up against he's against all odds. But who knows? He beat me recently with a loaded Steelers squad in another league. So, he can play. We'll see what happens though.
And so I think that's a clean sweep. I think we all agree that the Jets will probably beat the Ravens and get that last spot. But if they don't, that opens the door for the Steelers and the Browns. Now, I was looking at it. The Browns are officially eliminated. At first, I thought they had a shot, but based off the conference record, if the Jets happen to lose to the Ravens and the Steelers beat the Browns, the Steelers will be in the playoffs. If they lose, then the Jets still get in the playoffs. So the Jets got two ways to get in this playoffs. They can beat the Ravens and just get in that way, or they can, go knock on the back door and get in that way with a Steelers loss, though, versus the Browns, which is possible. That's not a gimme game for the Steelers and your man. All right, so look, let's move on to the NFC right quick because we got the AFC set. Let me. The number one seed is the Chargers, 14-2. That boy good, had a great year. Number 2 is 85 and them Bengals. They the 2 seed. Both of them have a first round bye, and our first round matchups are looking like this. We'll have the Jags versus the Jets, and the Dolphins versus the Texans. Okay. So before we pick those games, let's move to the NFC and look at what's going on in the NFC because there's still some shit that needs to be worked out in the NFC. All right, so the top seed right now is bum.
Mr. Andre.
See? He done put you in the Matrix. You talking bad about him.
No. So at the number 1 seed,
he done zapped your ass from his house.
Damn.
He sent a bolt of lightning through your house.
Secret Service cut his line, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy. He completely off the car now.
Luke. All right, well, at the number 1 seed for the NFC, we got the Cowboys and the number 1 defense and got number 1 scoring offense. So he's coming in strong at 14-1. I can't recall who that loss is to, but it must have been a good team. I know.
I almost had him too, man. But
me and him got some.
I folded.
Again, man, it's such a weird season. I lost to him by 7. I mean, he was playing with his backup QB.
Right.
But then it's just a crazy season, man. Damn.
The game is crazy.
I think I'm back, man.
We need to get you a computer.
I'll tap your ass. You better leave him alone, man.
Yeah, Hat Tech probably did fucking disconnect my call. But I'm going to disconnect this season if I got to play him in the second round. Look, the Bears just got his ass destroyed today. But the only reason why the Bears lost to the Saints and Matty Ice is because he had his backups in, right?
He was going to lose anyway, but you can say that if you want. Listen, the Bears the Bears is a one-dimensional team. His offensive passing isn't like that, so we're just going to press them. Just chicken. Hold on. The counter run, he and you can't turn the ball over versus him. So if you can do that, you can win, no matter who's in, backups or not.
So Matt, you basically telling me that the Bears are who we thought they were.
Yeah, listen.
We thought they were.
The Bears, the starters are backups. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I was DMing him. I said, look, his quarterback is a 78 overall, Mitchell Trubisky. His backup
That's what I'm saying.
Is a 75. Howard, Kelly, is not big difference, I guess. 82, 90 speed, 86 speed. His receivers all around the board is not scary. I don't see the big difference. His defense is nice though, but
he's
13-3, 13-3.
Hey, I seen he had a tweet, Matt. He got on you and Addy for talking about his safety, man. That bum safety he took. He said he doing pretty good, man.
I just don't know who he played really. I just don't see his competition. We're gonna find out.
The third season a fluke, but I don't think anyone's scared to play him.
Nah,
unless we'll figure all this shit out in a minute. It's about to get real.
Yeah, see that safety trade didn't make no sense. I told you all that I'm making a grade. He gave up a better safety to go grab that safety, and the other safety was Young, who's actually playing for that boy good right now, Eddie Jackson, who's better.
Absolutely.
So.
All right, so look, let's look at this.
Yeah, let's move on.
They're who we thought they were.
Right.
get to them. All right, so look, the division that's up for grabs is the NFC West again, and it seemed like it came down to the last week last year or last season as well. And basically, the bottom line is this: if the Rams win, they in. One problem: you got to play the Redskins, man. And I think I need this game.
You need this W2, right?
Huh?
Yeah,
You
he
need
does.
this W, right?
He does.
I need this win. I just did the math, and if I lose this game, the Saints will get in based off of strength of schedule by one game.
All right, so I'm gonna have to get Tazarelli's PSN, and I'm gonna have to play that game. We have to sub you out. We have to give you a relief, Taz. Good
So
job.
That's what's up. That's two niggas getting booted. What's up?
Taz, you gotta get this W because the Saints is gonna be very dangerous if we get in. I'm telling you that right now.
All right, so look, if Taz do lose today,
we not gonna lose.
After this broadcast, we're gonna play. If he do lose, he needs the 49ers to lose in order to make the playoffs. The 49ers playing Butters. The 49ers will make the playoffs, in my opinion. But let's do this. We got the Rams versus the Redskins. Who win that game, KP?
I gotta go with the Skins. You've been hot right now.
Skins is hot.
Rams have played good ball this year. They haven't been bad. They haven't been consistent, which I think might hurt them for this week.
Absolutely, man. He just beat 85 though, like 2 weeks ago. So we definitely can't take the Rams lightly.
We gotta make sure. We gotta make sure.
Sure.
Go ahead, sure.
I would like to see the Rams make the playoffs.
So what you telling me to throw the game, let them in?
No, I would also like to see another Cowboys Redskins matchup in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Those are always entertaining. So if there's a mathematical solution for both of y'all to get in, that's what I want to happen. That's what I hope.
The solution is that I win, and then Butters beat Andy Forrest. But I don't know. It's a chance that Butters
can beat him. I mean, he's a bum, really. So still in all my goddamn practice squad players. Fuck him. I hope he do lose. But Butters can beat him if he lock in. Yeah, he definitely can beat him.
Yeah, Butters. I don't know what's up with Butters. I don't know if he gonna make the playoffs this cycle.
Probably making enchiladas and shit when he's playing games. If he lock in, he can beat him.
Yeah,
But if he
absolutely.
he can't beat him. Man.
he be trying to
All right.
spam Galladay. That's his problem. Like we didn't caught on
Right.
to that. He just want to throw it
Right.
up to him all day, the easy way.
Right. Exactly. I got a guy that I threw the ball to a lot too. His name's Reggie Kelly.
Yeah.
Y'all watch him today when we play the Rams. You can get some up close and personal with him. But
85 catches through week 16. Yeah, that's
Crazy.
Spam ass nigga.
Damn City.
I'm trying.
it's a normal season for a good wide receiver, man. Come on.
Not in this league.
Yeah, sure ain't.
85 catches. I don't know if
You won't notice now.
Well, no, I can only run the ball though. So just stop my running. You good? That's what I do.
See, this is gonna be an interesting game because Taz don't control any linebackers or none. So that's setting him up for failure off the bat because
Oh, man.
you know what I'm saying.
Don't tell me. Hey, we gotta move on.
You know the chicken, man. You know the deal. This is what scares me about this game. Is that you have the ability? He's giving you the ability to torch some dumbass CPU secondaries.
It can be done. It can be done, but it's a difficult
It's
challenge. Use the line and stop the run.
Yeah, Taz can't turn the ball over.
Right. You're better off stopping the run with a linebacker user than a D line.
Yeah.
If you contain the running back a little bit, and got decent dudes to back you up, then you can do it. But yeah, it is difficult to stop the run.
I just hope he don't get too paranoid, and because when he gets paranoid to throw, you can watch. He don't want to turn the ball over, so he gonna hold the ball too long. That's just a recipe for disaster. So let's just hope. I need the Redskins to lose. All due respect, but I'm looking at his schedule.
Absolutely.
He have flair. This is where them stats from Kelly came from. 76-7 versus the Giants. A couple weeks later, 63-16 versus the Bills. Like, come on, man. Them inflated stats.
And that was 400 or 500 yards right there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure.
And
You
Flair,
beat the Bills 63-16.
yeah, he did.
And my man,
He was
my
mad.
man, game was heated. He was like,
Yeah.
"Why are you still throwing in the fourth quarter?" I said, "Man, I'm in the division with Hot Tub, and Hot Tub."
Yeah. That's why he been pissed off.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But look, these are the potential matchups. I'm saying I'm gonna win this game today to get into the playoffs. 'Cause that's the whole purpose of the season. So in that case, it will be the Buccaneers, Farquhar versus the Redskins, 3 versus 6. And if the 49ers win, which I'm gonna say the 49ers are gonna win. Does anybody think that Butters is gonna beat them?
I hope Butters does beat him.
Okay.
On a final second 60-yard field goal. Hope the 49ers lose like that. That's how I wanted to go down.
Don't beat them. I'm 49ers in the playoffs, and Matty Ice will get a top 10 pick based off of that. So it's a win-win situation for Matty.
I want to get into the dance, so I mean, we'll see.
It's all about win-win situations.
We'll have the 49ers at the 4th seed versus the 5th seed Eagles. And y'all already played a game, didn't y'all, KP?
Yeah, that was tough, man. It'll be a grind if I gotta face him again. I'll say that.
That's pretty much gonna be the matchup in the first round. Let's go over to the AFC and do those predictions right quick, and then what do y'all want to do? NFC. Let's go back to the AFC and predict that first round. The wild card round.
Let's stay on NFC. Let's stay on NFC for production.
Oh, you know what? Let's stay on the NFC, yeah, because it's easy for Matt and his production. I forgot.
You trying to switch back and forth? You're doing too much right now.
All right, look. Let's go with the NFC. We got the Eagles versus the 49ers, the wild card. They played a game earlier this year.
Now this is speculation.
I think it was a 2-point victory you had, right?
I believe so, man. It was a close game. And he's got a stingy defense. And as I've stated all season, my offense is trash. So I've been struggling a little bit on offense without being set up by my defense. So it was a 31-28 game.
28.
Yeah, I was able to. I believe that's the game that I gave up. Was that the one that went into overtime?
Or was it the last second kick? Did you ice
don't
it?
know.
I think he missed the last second kick in regulation. I was watching that.
That's what I think too. I was about to say, I think he came back from like 14 points down in the fourth, and then we ended up in overtime, and I was able to snag one. I think he went for it late in overtime, and I got a sack, and I just straight up kicked the field goal on the next play.
Okay, so we know KP ain't gonna pick against himself. Who wins that game? 49ers or the Eagles?
I think I got the Eagles winning that game. The NFC is wide open. I think overall anyone can make it to the Super Bowl, but the Eagles' first round matchup with the 49ers, that's the Eagles' victory.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Eagles win that. I think it might be actually not as close as it was last time.
Right. When you play somebody a couple times, it definitely gives you an advantage, I think.
Well, Andy Force likes to run that inside zone, and Fletcher Cox ain't gonna let that happen this time, I don't think.
Man, you're a beast. You're a beast, man. Man, you calling out plays and everything.
If you just watch, the whole league know it.
Absolutely. He's an inside zone runner.
Yeah, this ain't nothing new.
I'm saying.
He loves that inside zone. He swear he fooling somebody with that joint.
All right, so we all agree that the Eagles. I agree with you all. I think the Eagles will move on. Now we got the Bucks versus the Redskins. I'm gonna say I get in. Who gonna win this matchup? Bucks or Redskins?
Why are you laughing, man?
But my man Farquhar having a bad time, man. It's tough, man. He got in, and
I'm glad he's back. This team does not fit anything that he even wants to attempt to try to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, whoever gets the Bucks in that first round matchup should have fun.
You saying it's a free win?
I won't say it's a free win, but
yeah,
they'll have fun playing them.
Man, he traded a lot for the future, man. For that Lane Boyle and Farquhar, they have to gonna have to try to do. He might have to trade some value if he stays, because I've seen him playing earlier, and that lag's just it's no fun, man. It's no fun.
I saw a post, a tweet, I should say, that another patch is coming out in a week or so. So maybe that's included.
Let's hope.
That'll get us to week 1, of 2020 season. So we'll see. I don't rely on tweets too much these days, but he did say it, so we'll see.
It would be cool to get back to normal on a whole league basis, not just the guys with the pro.
Right.
Like the boy Lane Boyer was a good player though, man. He just the only thing that's holding Lane Boyer back with it was a lot of picks that you invested into one guy, and he's not. I mean, that's kind of rocking and rolling, but he's not a superstar development. He's not a quick development. It's gonna be hard to still, develop him. I don't know what he's gonna get.
He's injured, so I doubt it. Yeah, well, with him being injured for the advance, I don't know if he's gonna grab anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that hurts. That hurts his development. You know what I mean?
It's
just, and he was the first round pick, so you can't really trade him either because of that cap penalty. Yeah.
So he's gonna have to get creative to build that team. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? So he has to be patient. That's kind of like what happened when I came back. The Saints, like that, I was getting a lot of junk for that Lattimore trade, but I had so many people who need to be re-signed. I looked towards the future that I wasn't paying Lattimore $50-60 million. And this was also, it was pro patch, so you wasn't really leaning on corners until after the patch, which we couldn't predict that. So I still think we did the right move. I got a 86 overall beast right tackle, and Miles Jack has been playing lights out, so it worked out anyways.
Absolutely. I heard he got Mike Evans on the block. That's your boy.
He already said nah. He know better to train me Mike Evans. You don't want to do that.
In division.
Yeah, well, we talked about it when he came back. He was talking that crazy junk on that selfie video. I hit him in the DM. I said, what's
selfie video?
I said, what's up, man? What's good? He said, I'm just joking. I said, so this means you'll train me Mike Evans? He said, nah. So you know how that go.
I love Mike Evans too, but 27 years old.
27. You might get 3 good years out of him if you produce, so it's risky.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to tell you the biggest deterrent in that, $12.9 million cap penalty. That's the biggest deterrent.
Well, that's on him.
Mike Evans will be back with the Buccaneers.
That's on him.
Yeah, that's on him.
It'll go down after advance, though.
It will go down
a little bit.
Depending on the contract.
Maybe $6 million, maybe $3 or $4 million. It depends on what the bonus was.
No, you're right.
Yep. It's still it's still something for me to think about.
I still got him losing, goddammit.
It's more about his future. Yeah, I think he's looking about like, damn, what am I doing coming back with his leg? And I feel bad because everybody on this chat experienced that lag, and Farquaad's a big piece to the league, so hopefully he can get through it.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We got the Redskins moving on, and we have the Bears versus the Eagles. KP versus.
KP and Bus going at it again.
Yo, his defense.
Hey, he
nice.
said he got a winning record against you. I think that's what he said. I got a winning record against you.
Preseason game, which is fucking joke, but that's cool. Man. I ain't worried about it.
Preseason game?
That's what he was rubbing in my face. He beat me in the preseason.
Get out of here! Come on.
Yeah.
Scroll back in the chat.
Yeah, he
did. I swear to God on my life. Man.
He did.
Oh,
yeah, he did.
Next game.
Who wins this game, man? SJ.
Move on to the next game, man.
Eagles or the Bears? Who gonna win that game, man?
SJ.
Eagles.
Huh.
You agree with that, Matt?
Oh, man, I can't count this bull out. His defense is crazy. Did you ever look at his roster?
Yeah, I looked at it.
His front seven, and he got Amos at cornerback, so stick skill wise, the bull don't throw the real KP. He don't throw the ball more than like 5 to 15 yards. So that could hurt him because KP's the Eagles KP is a gunslinger, and you got to take chances, you got to take shots. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles advancing, just because of stick skill wise. But if he can keep them turnovers, he has to keep the turnovers down because I'm telling you, the Bears could be scary.
And that's what they do. They feast on the turnovers. Him, Sweetie Pie, and Tight Work. They all feast on turnovers. If you don't turn the ball over, they can't beat you. I think I was up 10-0 versus the Bears in the beginning of the year, and I threw 3 pick sixes, and the score was 21-10. I mean, so he shut him out offensively, but I gave up 3 pick sixes. So
and those sixes came from his front seven. I guarantee his front seven is vicious.
He does a star-studded front seven, but yeah.
All right, so KP, break down this game, man. What you gonna do to the Bears, man?
I'm gonna play some stout defense. I'm gonna play a lot of cover 2.
Say it with your chest.
It's short coverage because I know he ain't going over the top.
Nope.
And if he does, I got a 97 speed cornerback that can hopefully catch up.
Where you find
Damn.
him?
Practice squad.
Oh no, he was a free agent pickup after the draft.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what he was talking about. He was a prospect, but he wasn't in the draft pool. But he showed up after.
Because that be happening, man.
That's weird as hell.
He played my number 1 corner spot all season.
So KP, what he did was, as soon as he advanced, KP was real quick with a stick, boom, 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 speed up.
Hey,
you know
stick skills, dog. Stick skills.
Nah, but to be for real, I think all you got to do is you got a good front too. Is hit him with the press, and you be alright. I don't see.
All right, so look, I pretty much got the Eagles moving on, man. They'll be in the NFC Championship game. I just don't. I know the Bears got a 13-3 record and yada yada yada, but this the NFC beast, man. It's when you gotta play. He gotta play me twice. He gotta play Hot Tub twice. I mean, and he gotta play Flair. Flair is a little bit better than people think he is.
Yeah, alright.
He's not. No, I'm saying he's better than people think he is. He's not. He still got kinks to work out. He smacked around the Seahawks the other day, 46-6. I was like, damn. Who is this?
It was Matty Ice.
You know what I'm saying? So, but look, I got the Eagles winning, man. They battle test NFC East. Then in the other divisional game, we got the Redskins going back to Texas Stadium again to play the Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys is fuming at the mouth to be able to try to beat me in the playoffs. He hasn't beat me in the playoffs this cycle. I only played 1 playoff game, so it's not happening. Right, I'm gonna let y'all pick. All right, so look, SJ, your boy had to ready. He's fuming at the mouth. He probably have his quarterback back by then. I don't know if Zeke will be back. Hopefully, I get my quarterback back. P-Ran will be back by then because I neglected to bring him back early because he only got a week left. Who wins this intriguing matchup with the Redskins and Cowboys?
I guess I have to pick somebody, right? But that to me, this what makes this a good matchup because I really can't call it. It'll be at AT&T Stadium. So for that reason only, I'll give it to Hot Tub.
Yeah, they tend to cheat for motherfuckers in the playoffs if you're at home. So
the good game motherfucker game was in DC, right?
No, it was Texas Stadium.
Really? Really?
Yeah, that was. It was.
Okay.
It was. Good game, motherfucker.
Good game, motherfucker.
Oh man, I love this league. Just to chime in, I think Andra, you gotta. It looks like he banged up a little bit, so Zeke is out for 4 weeks as of today.
So that'll be 2 when the next game he plays. It'll be at 2 weeks, which is right around the cusp when they can come back early sometime. So
yeah,
right.
You guys know each other well. I just think, the Cowboys have a little more talent. So he has to be the favorite, right? His team is loaded. He's a 95 overall. How can you pick against that?
His team is fucking loaded. It is.
It is. And then you go to this guy, Alan Welsh, who he been going to the Poppy store and getting the Spanish can of Spams. And you see, listen to this. Look at this. Y'all see this guy? Where did he get this guy? 21 years old, 6'6", 92 speed. He's a 77 overall right now with confidence. Where did he?
Second round pick.
Yeah, who? Right? Alan Welsh.
Oh yeah.
What is going on?
In the draft.
I think that we need to get the drug test out. Because I don't know what he's doing over there with this guy and how he doing it, who he playing. But I don't like it. This guy is a monster. I need him in New Orleans. What the? So,
Hey, you can trade for him.
nah, he don't like to trade. I try. Last time I hit him, he's talking about. This is what he said. I said, "Yo, you trade anybody?" He said, "DeMarcus Lawrence will be on the block at the end of the season." I said, "Oh."
Hey. All right, KP, man. You play Hot Tub, you beat him, and you play the Redskins, and we split. Who win this game to go to the championship game? Who you rather play? Basically, it comes down to pick your poison.
I mean, I play y'all all the time, so I take either one. I don't care. That's the matchup is real tough, and I'm gonna side. See, his defense is ridiculous. Only 196 yards given up all season, which is unreal. And he's over, I believe, 600 points scored, which I think the next closest, he's at 634. The next closest is the Redskins at 549. So he outscored the entire league by like 90 points almost. That's fucking crazy. Or I'm sorry, the NFC. And so that's wild to me. But I'm going with the Redskins only because of health issues.
It's gonna be a fun matchup, and I'm gonna put them out again. I don't care about the regular season. I really don't. I just want to get back to the playoffs. The playoff games are what motivate me for real. It's fun to play the playoff game because it's one and done. You know what I mean? Ain't no more who I play next advance. You know what I'm saying? So I think SJ. I think he picked the Cowboys, and I think Matt picked the Cowboys. You picking the Redskins? I'm not picking against me. But yeah, we'll figure that out. SJ, I think he stepped away, right?
SJ took a 10, yeah.
Okay, I think SJ gone, but we still got the AFC to go over. Oh no, well we got the matchup for the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say the Cowboys win, only because.
You alright? You just said the Cowboys win. You okay? Oh damn. Kevin.
Man, his whole shit couldn't even believe it. Hot Tub.
He cut himself off this time, KP.
I don't want to say this shit.
Yeah, he couldn't believe what he was saying. He said, "Hold up." So, yeah, I don't know, man. I just look at these rosters and to go off if we play to ratings, the Cowboys is loaded, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. I can't, like, you know. I remember when I played him this year and we hit Ready Up and his team said 95 overall. I said, oh my gosh. So, but we'll see. They always have good games and anything can happen in NFC. So, hopefully we get Andre back here soon so we can go on to the next AFC. I don't know what he doing. He gotta get that phone fixed.
Load up on his computer.
Yeah, is that what you're on?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I do. Andre, you back? Are you all right, bro?
Yeah, man. Hey,
you all right, man? Because you was talking a little crazy.
I said I'm picking the Cowboys. I'm just gonna pick them for the sake of the show. They're not going to win. I'm picking them for the show so I can keep the brackets going. We got the Eagles versus the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. Who wins that matchup, Matt?
I think KP, Eagles. So I'm an Eagles fan, and his defense, he knows how to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Fly, Eagles, fly.
And they split the season series already. It's just so much when you play the Cowboys, you just can't turn the ball over. And I think that's the biggest thing that you can't do. And KP has beat them multiple times this cycle. I beat him multiple times. So it can go either way. So I'm gonna say I'm not gonna pick the Cowboys again. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna go with the Eagles and KP to go to the Super Bowl if I don't make it into the championship game.
Whew. Oh, what's up?
So look, we picking the Eagles in the NFC. Let's move on to the AFC side right quick, and we have the Jags versus the Jets. Now,
Jags, move on.
My man King Vitamin, man. Last season looked like he struggled a little bit, missed the playoffs. This season he said, "I'm back." Got the boy Fournette running and gunning and everything, but he got a Jets matchup. Who wins that game, Matty Ice? The Jets or King Vitamin?
King Vitamin.
King Vitamin. What'd you think, KP?
Jags defense, man. I gotta stick with that Jags defense. They looking potent.
I'm a say the Jags win, but I think the Jets is gonna be a tougher game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets were to pull that one off. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say the Jags win that. In the other matchup, we have the Dolphins versus the Texans. I believe they played this year. I'm not completely sure. I think they played this year earlier. Who wins that matchup, KP? The Texans or the Dolphins?
I might have to give my respects to the champ. Texans is having a great year though, and they got a high scoring offense this year. But I don't know if he battle tested enough to make that leap. I've seen him in one Super Bowl since I've been in the league, so I might have to go with the Dolphins.
Absolutely, Dolphins beat them 2 advances ago. I think 9-3, an ugly ass game. He shut them down. He only scored 3 points. So, do you think that the Dolphins will move on, Matt?
I think that Expert can win if he plays smart. His front, man, his 2 defensive ends can be a game changer. So we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Absolutely. This is going to be a clean sweep for me. I think the Expert hasn't beat the Dolphins this cycle yet, and I don't see why we're going to start now. So they had a good playoff game last year, though. It went down to the wire. But I'm just going to go with tight work to win and move on. But I think in this next round, this is where tight work's reign ends. That means 4 goes to play the Chargers. That means the Dolphins versus the Chargers and the Bengals versus the Jags. Let's start with that Chargers-Dolphins game. Now, they played the first season, and that was a barn burner. It was 43-42 or something. Tight work won. But, man, that boy's good at playing on another level.
Yeah, he is. I'm going with the Chargers. I don't see how the AFC is going to be able to stop the Chargers. So I'm going with that boy good.
You agree with that, KP?
Yep. Sorry, Dolphins. You had a nice run.
Yep.
I think this is where the chain gets stopped right there. Chargers is looking like something serious. So as long as he stays healthy, I think they're gonna get the dub.
Absolutely, man. I can't pick against the Chargers right here. It was great for tight work and the Dolphins to win the first 2, but I think all good things come to an end. And it's coming when you go play the LA Chargers. They got the MVP ready, Melvin Gordon. They got the boy Pat Rich, the quarterback. They got monster defense. Their front 7 is serious. They got the boy McDonald. He got like 12, 13 interceptions.
Yeah.
I just don't see the Chargers losing that game. And he missed the playoffs last year, so I know he's chomping at the bit. I got him moving on to the championship game. Let's look at that Bengals versus Jags matchup. 85 versus King Vitamin. This is a classic matchup. Who wins this game, Matt?
Wow, I gotta pick one, right?
Yeah, it's going. Hey, pick one.
I'm going with 85. I don't like Vitamin's his pass. Who's his quarterback? Compton. Hasn't had a good year. I know he was top 5 in interceptions at one point or another in the season. So I'm going to go with Addy 5 due to Addy's 5 ability to play both sides of the ball. He's a great defensive user, and he's also a great offensive user. So I'm going with Addy 5.
Not so fast, though, man. The Jags is number 1 in defense, total yards wise. He's number 1 in defense, and he's only given up, 250?
He is, but he is. But I'm telling you, that quarterback hasn't been playing the best. So a field position, could play a big part in this game.
KP, you agree with 85 beating King Vitamin in the Jags?
That's tough. I love Addy Power's game, and knowing him very well from the last cycle, I know what he's capable of, but I know he tends to overthink in the playoffs. And with that, I'm going to have to go with King Vitamin's defense taking advantage of that.
I like that. I like the difference of opinion.
It's this one of those games that you can just like put in the hat and just coin flip or whatever. And it's such a difficult game to pick. It's gonna be one that you want to tune in if you guys aren't playing that game, but just watch this game. This game is gonna be one of those games that you want to see because both of these users are good users, and it's the playoffs. And it's for everything. Having said that, I think Addy beat the Jags last cycle. And I know that's last season in 18. I'm going to lean towards the Bengals, man. I'm going to lean towards Addy Fab and the Bengals. I think he can score a little bit more points than my man King Vitamin. But I know in the playoffs it's all about, defense to a degree. But I think the Bengals move on. And so I got the Bengals and the Chargers. That's 2-1. Bengals versus the Chargers in the AFC Championship game. Who wins this game, KP? Bengals, Chargers.
I'm going to have to go with the Chargers. Their offense has just been over the top as far as efficient and being able to score. And the defense has responded, allowing the offense to just be able to just do what they want. So I'm going to have to go with the Chargers based on what they're giving up defensively.
You agree with that, Matt?
I do. Melvin Gordon and P. Rich are both top 5 in their categories as in rushing. Melvin Gordon, I think, is the MVP of the league. It's very hard to game plan against that boy. He'll come up in an I formation, and you swear he's run the ball. He comes with a crazy post route for 80 yards for a touchdown. So I've been watching him all year. I'm going with the Chargers.
Absolutely, man. I think we're going to have us a Charger-Eagles Super Bowl if this scenario plays out. It could be a Chargers-Redskins Super Bowl, though. I'm going to let y'all know. But it could be a Chargers-Eagles Super Bowl if this scenario plays out, because I think he gets past the Bengals in a great game. They always play great games. But I think like I said, I think the Chargers on the mission, man. Got the boy Patrick Rich balling out. 33 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, man. It's not a lot of guys. It's not a lot of quarterbacks that got more touchdowns and interceptions. And this young guy, this is his second year, and he's one of the few, that got more touchdowns than interceptions this year. In my mind, I think he's played a MVP caliber type of year. So with that being said, I think the Chargers going to the Super Bowl. Now, Super Bowl matchup, we got the Superchargers versus the Eagles. Who wins this game? Matt?
Oh, man. I'm going to go, if this is the case, the matchup, I'm going to go with that boy Good because of, I really just want to say because of, I think he's had my man's number in the last couple of games they played, but like I'm over here and I'm like saying that boy Good, but then you think about the defense of the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's like, and the knowledge and the ability to read the plays, so it's gonna be a good one. But I'm gonna go with that boy Good in the landslide.
Man, it'll be a great Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because that boy Good is a great user linebacker guy, and KP's the best user linebacker guy. So it's like you got 1 and 1A right there in the Super Bowl. It'll be a great game. I think that the difference is going to be offense, and as KP loves to claim, he says his offense is buns. But I just think that boy Good can score a little bit more points than the Eagles can. It could be a defensive battle, though. If it comes down to a defensive game, KP undefeated in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I was going to throw that fun fact out there. Look at you. I was waiting. I was like, fun fact. Every time I've made it to the Super Bowl, I've won. So
he's undefeated in the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? So,
I don't think anybody else in Dynasty has ability to claim that, except for tight work, I believe. That's
Yeah,
made it to multiple Super Bowls.
That's true. He should have lost last year, but he won. He held to the picture. Having said that, I'm gonna go with the Chargers, man. I think this will be he'll get a banner up. He can score a little bit more points than the Eagles. So KP, if you get that matchup, what are you most worried about when you're playing the Chargers?
The defense. My offense is ranked 28th in the league. When I tell you my offense is trash, the numbers don't lie, goddammit. We're struggling. But if I can get my defense to step up and give me good field positioning, we definitely take advantage of that. That's why we're, I believe, top 10 in scoring, even though we have one of the worst offenses. So we're going to lean heavily on the defense as we have all season. Hopefully we can get them to make a couple mental errors and take advantage.
Yeah, he's third in the league in points per game, behind Hot Tub and myself. I got Hot Tub at 42.3. I'm at 36.6, and the Chargers at 33.9. And so, but you're used to playing teams that can score a lot in your division, so I think that gives you an advantage. You're not. It doesn't phase you.
Who's after the Chargers? Just wondering.
The Saints.
Don't shortchange me now.
The Saints at 30.
Hey, you better shortchange yourself if you don't make the playoffs.
I know, bro.
I'm a shortchange him. I'm doing for him.
I'm gonna blame the injuries though, KP. I had a lot of injuries, man. It was crazy. Really
All right, so look,
was.
that's our prediction for the Super Bowl or for the playoffs. It's a lot of awards that's being given out at this time of year. So that's pretty much our playoff preview. That's our predictions. Hey Matt, what you want to say, man? I'm about to sign off and play Taz.
You about to play Taz? Go Rams.
Yeah.
Eating that. Thank you for my division, homie. You knew I was coming anyway, so you had to step away. I feel you. He knew I was coming. He said, "Let me stop with these Saints. I got this year, but let me hand this team off because I ain't messing with these New Orleans Saints on the come up."
Oh, Ness already knew what was up, huh?
Yeah, he knew what was up too. Let me stop. You know I was just playing.
Okay, man. Hey, you the 5th seed. You in the playoffs. Back in the playoffs again after a 1-year hiatus. Hey, say it with your chest, man.
All right, I got two quick notes. Speak the fuck up, y'all. If you don't like something, don't be scared. Don't just go with the flow. Speak up. You're not gonna get booted for speaking your mind. Speak the fuck up. With that being said, we brought back the number one person who speaks their mind. Welcome back, Lord.
Lord Farquaad. He's back. And he just got his ass rocked. Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Let me say it with my chest. Lord, hey, you better step up, man. 'Cause you let this man T-Pain. T-Pain was talking all type of shit.
Yo, he was.
Farquaad's ass. To put up stat line, and I'm like, shit.
He
Hey,
was.
Farquaad, don't let that man do that to you, man. For real. Don't be scared of T-Pain and the Colts, man. For real.
You ain't right, bro.
Hey, let me say it with my chest, though, for real. Man, it's the playoffs, man. It's my season. I'm standing at the chopping block. The chopping block is back. I'm standing at the chopping block. I'm ready to scout meet some motherfuckers in the playoffs. Starting with it's probably gonna be them Bucks, man. So Farquaad, you came back just in time for this scalping. And next on the list, we got hot garbage. we ready to scalp this motherfucker again. But look, that's all I got. You know what I mean? This is prime time. We back for the season, the playoff preview. Hey, you don't agree? You all butthurt that we ain't pick your team? Do something about it on the field. Let's go back. We out.
We out, no doubt.
The Dynasty Madden League Network, the worldwide leader in CFM.